Marnie, despite a strong performance today, our penultimate pre-season test ends in defeat. How do you see today's clash against your former side?
No, I'm really happy. I thought the lads, especially first half, some of the play and some of the movement that we spoke about as a management staff and we've asked them to do, I thought looked really well. So all in all, obviously we don't like losing games, but I think there's a lot more positives to come from that than negatives. There's a couple of things obviously we'll watch back and try to be better at, but when I look over the whole game, I'm really happy with the boys and how they addressed the situation and how some of the patterns, as I said, were fantastic to watch and to be a part of, and I think it's a positive game for us.
IBR got off the mark at the Thames side today, and what a way to do it.
Thought it was a cross. Yeah, listen, Isaac's, I think he's been more frustrated than himself. He knows the ability he has, and we obviously seen it last year, and all he needed was that little bit of confidence, and today he stepped up, and I thought without the goal that he scored, I thought his performance was really good as well. He's coming from strength to strength, but obviously that little bit of quality in front of the net is what he can provide us, and the finish is outstanding. So hopefully that's the start for him to get him off the mark, and it's really good for him.
Another impressive performance came from Jimmy Spencer, the skipper, adding on to his already impressive pre-season.
Yeah, listen, Jimmy's come back in probably the best shape I've seen him. He looks fit, he looks healthy, he's playing with a smile on his face, he's winding defenders up all through the game. He's just been outstanding, and as skipper, I think he's been fantastic. He has led the line, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well. I know he's man a few words, but when he talks some sense, and for me as manager to have him as skipper is definitely a positive for us. But I think he's been outstanding, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the season.
Both Amaluza and their trialist winger caused some amount of problems at the back, which we initially resisted for the first half. Was there a plan against these sort of players tonight?
Yeah, listen, Aldi are a full-time team. They get to train every day of the week with each other. Like today, I know a lot of the lads have come straight from labour working and come straight here, and that's what we do. That's the type of players that we have in this club. And Aldi, obviously, they've got the luxury of having full-time. They've got recovery sessions, they've got everything that they need, and they're a great side, and you can see why they were up there last year and why they done so well, and I'm sure Phil and Soares will get them back up there again this year. But yeah, they cause problems, and listen, we're going to have full-time teams in early coming here, and it gives us a great idea of what to look out for, and it gives us something to work on, and that's down to the management staff now to make sure that we're fully prepared to go on the 10th of August.
We don't tend to talk about goalkeepers too much in these interviews, but Bobby Jones pulled off some amount of incredible saves today.
Yeah, I said it to Kizzer at the end of the game. I thought he was fantastic. Some of his distribution was brilliant as well, but his ball stopping and his reflexes, and because he's 6 foot odd, you know what I mean, for him to get locked down so quick, to react so well is fantastic to see, and I think we got to see a really good side of Bobby tonight, and hopefully that'll give him self-confidence, because he definitely should take confidence from that game and he can bring it into the season.
It was a good and well-rounded, strong performance from everyone today, even the ones off the bench, especially when Michael Fouye came onto the pitch. How did you view his performance?
Yeah, I think, listen, we've got a good squad. We've got the young lads coming on as well, obviously with Mike. I think Mike is getting there now. He's starting to show a little bit of a flurry in front of goal. He just needs probably that little bit of an killer instinct to get it, but he's definitely got bags of potential. And listen, everybody coming off the bench today really putting a shift. I thought Ben Darby worked his socks off as well. It's definitely a positive for us to have them at this club, and hopefully they'll push everybody else that's starting in the team and give us a really good season.
Up next is another National League side in FC Halifax Town at the Thames side. How are we looking into our final pre-season fixture?
Yeah, we're looking really good. I think if you take into account of tonight's match, I think it's definitely a positive. And we obviously got some lads coming back from little niggles that we're just making sure that they're ready to go on the 10th of August. So hopefully on Saturday we should have a full strength squad. And it's going to be just beneficial for us. But yeah, we're in a good place at the moment. Obviously, Avro the weekend was a different story, and I think tonight we we showed definitely a reaction from that game, and hopefully we can now start to move forward with this and keep this type of performance, keep the fluidity of it, keep the way the patterns that we're playing, and make sure that we do this week in, week out, and it's not just a one-off.
Cheers, mate.
No problem at all.